Okay, T with the longest streak. And we got in second place and Ezekiel. Yeah, I know that's right. All right, let's move on to question 4. Who is the host that introduced the agenda? Was it Simon, Isaiah, or was it Jade? We had a conversation before, y'all. Y'all should know who it is. All right, less than 10 seconds. Oh. It was Simon. Yes, it was. You were in the room. Yes, it was Simon. All right. With in first place, Ezekiel in second, and RC in third. Got a couple more questions for this scrum. Let's try to make it up the leaderboard. How many banners are in this room for graduation right now? Look around. Look around. This one's a hard one. I see y'all supporting each other. Yes, this is what community is about. Okay. All right, you got less than 10 seconds. Did I trick you? I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's see what the answer is. There are 2 banners. So there's one over here, and there's one over there by the gift table. So there's 2 banners. It was a trick question. Okay, that's the leaderboard. So congrats. I see RC is moving on up, as well as Daniel. And first place. All right, question 6. How many balloons are on that gift table right now? Yes, use that net. Give you about 30 seconds for that one. Why are you sad? I see some sad emojis. Yeah. All right, so we actually have 8 balloons that are on the gift table. So good job to all of you. It's kind of hard to see. All right, leaderboard, we got Daniel moved up, and RC. Congrats. All right, question 7. What is the color of the door that you came through today? So this is the one at the front. Think. You should know. You came through these doors for programming. Yes. All of y'all. Front door. 6 seconds. Let's see. All right, 2 seconds. It was blue. You guys got that wrong? The front door is blue. I know it's a little confusing because there's a lot of colors. Down by the washrooms, that one's orange if you're thinking of those ones. Or you're probably thinking of event studio. All right. Okay, Daniel with the longest streak. Okay. Second last question, so try to move up on the leaderboard. But how many plants or flowers are in this room? Really stretch your neck. Look around. Yeah, this room. Our co-working space. Oh, y'all got 5 seconds. See if you got. Wow, 3 people got this right. There are 6. 4, 5, and this was a trick. 6 is in the corner over there by that quotation. I got y'all. I got you. All right. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Okay, first place, whoever that is, good job. Ezekiel and Daniel, top 3. And Nathaniel, good job as well. All right, our last question. Can you believe it? So C helps to create a society and economy in which Black youth achieve financial prosperity and high quality of life. Is this true or false? Is this something that we have said? It wasn't me. Your phone's locked. Again, this is a scavenger hunt as well, so look around. Got 10 seconds. Okay. It is in fact true. I'm glad each and every one of you know that. That is C's mission and vision that we stand by, and that is actually a quotation that is just on that back wall if you were looking for that plant. Okay, so that concludes the scrum. I appreciate you all for playing. Let's see who's the top leaderboard. Wow, congratulations. Whoever is, give yourself a pat on the back. Oh, you, Curtis? Oh, congrats. Congrats to Daniel, Nathaniel, and Josiah as our top 4. So thank you so much for playing. Now we're gonna continue on to our agenda for today. So I'm gonna pass this on to Simon for the manifesto.
All right, so we are going to go through our manifesto today, and I want energy from you. So you're going to repeat after me. We are EMM. What? You can do better, please. We are EMM. We are dedicated. We are ambitious. We've come from different walks of life. We are all leaders. Together, we are graduating the program. When we show up, we go all out. When we commit to something, we accomplish it. We promise to hold each other accountable. We will hold ourselves to the highest standard. We are EMM. Yay! All right. So at this juncture, I want to welcome Jade. All right. A round of applause for Jeff.
Thank you. So as you probably, others in the room who don't really know what a manifesto is, that's something that the members in programming will create. And in this manifesto, we give them the template, we have them sit together on retreat day to collaborate and come together to see what do they want to stand by as a group. And this manifesto is really to empower them as a group and what will help them carry on throughout programming and even outside of programming. So that's what they just did, so congrats to you. So right now we're gonna just go over the program journey. So when the first day, when y'all walked in, y'all were so quiet. You were so quiet. I was trying to get a word out of you, make sure that you're collaborating with each other, and to see that all of you have flourished individually and the way that you support each other, even when it comes to homework, relaying notes to each other. Even outside of programming, you're always hyping each other up. So I just want to take a moment to go through even our first days together. All right, so if you take a look at the screen, we started, I think we skipped. Okay, So there's a slide that's missing, but here are some of the memories that we have gone through as a program. So we did our power stories, which you're going to hear from the members, their power stories, which really is reaffirming some of the things that they've gone through and challenges that they have faced. But the sense of resiliency that comes from the power stories that they have learned about themselves and carry with them through their life. And then down over here, we have the elevator pitch. And elevator pitch, we're really just preparing them for when we're going to networking. So that was a fun little activity we did in an event studio. And we practiced on, how we introduce ourselves to others, about who we are, and how we show up as a young Black professional. Then we had our midpoint milestone, which was photo shoot day. And photo shoot day really is for them to take their headshots for their LinkedIn as they're, journeying out of programming and how they choose to network with different employers. And we all took a group photo. We were playing lots of fun games that day. It was more rambunctious than the meet and greet the first day. So it was really nice to see that dynamic with the members. And then employment prep. So Trinae came in and spoke with the members about how they advocate for themselves when they're going to, especially their exposure trips for RFA, how they're introducing themselves, and how they are engaging in a conversation. So that was a really fun day, and we also had Kezia join us as well. So with that being said, I know you all kind of saw a sneak peek with photo shoot day, where we all took a photo together. So this is the photo we all took as a team. And I know it was very hard for us to smile for some of us, but it was a memory I think that all of us should treasure on how we, built over the 10 weeks. Some of us didn't think that, we would make it through, but we did. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And this is, I think, this is also my first program as well. So this is very monumental that we all took this picture together. So you should be very, very proud of yourselves. Okay, with that being said, now we are going to segue onto the power stories, which we kind of talked about in the beginning. I know we're a little nervous about sharing our power stories, but just to give the background again of what power stories are. Power stories are something that has either happened in the past that we have overcome, and this day, it was a day of all of us really working through what has happened in the past, but then with those challenges, how is that leading up to the moment where we are today as a young Black professional, and why we should be proud of ourselves, and taking that story and reframing it in the sense that you are resilient, and anything that you have gone through in the past, you can get through whatever comes ahead. So with that being said, looking at y'all, who would like to be the first person? And we got nice, comfy seats for you over here. Yeah, you can sit, share your power stories, and remember, 2 minutes, okay, if you're sharing your power story. So who would like to go first? I'll come sit with you too. I know it's a little awkward.
Hello. I know, I was just feeling that, right? First of all, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. I hope you guys' morning was all right. I hope you guys, did good. And you guys are looking forward to the graduation ahead. My name's Ezekiel, for those who don't know me. And my power story starts when I was a young child. I grew up in a neighborhood called Empringham in the town of Melbourne. And financial literacy and doing better for yourself was never something that came easy. It was never something that was really pushed on us from a young age. So from about the age of 10, I realized if I want to do better for myself and get a better life, I have to put myself out there and put myself in a lot of different rooms that I might not feel comfortable in, or I might not know how to get in there. So growing up, I never really had a structure to kind of say this is the right steps, this is where you should be doing, this is how you should be going forth. So a lot of this stuff I'm learning on my own and then going to teach my family saying, we could structure our bank accounts better. We can make more credit payments so that we affect our principal instead of the interest and different things of that nature. And there was a lot of tragic events that I went through. I've lost quite a bit of friends. I've lost some family. I guess one of the most recent ones was my father had a wife and she died with his child. And so that, although I've been through a lot of negative things, I feel that they have helped me become mentally strong. And so I'm resilient in that aspect. And coming to this program, I knew that even if mortgage wasn't something I wouldn't want to pursue in the future, I knew that the information that I would learn here and the connections that I would do and the growth that I would be as an individual is crucial to my journey. And so I just also want to take this time to say thank you to Dominic, to Jade, Simon, and Isaiah, and everyone who's played a role in this. This program's truly done wonders.
Thank you.
All right. So first of all, I want to say thank you for everything that you guys have done. But my power story starts from Jane and Finch. That's where I was born and raised, and also had a lot of trials and tribulations growing up, right? And I wasn't taught to think positive. I wasn't taught financial literacy, as Ezekiel stated as well. Came from a very toxic household, right? So me growing up, I always wanted to make a difference, not only in my household, but I want to be a pillar for my community as well. So when I heard of the program C, I wanted to see what it was about. And then when I joined the first interview on Zoom, I remember with Jade and Isaiah, right away there was an instant connection with both of them, right? And this was something I knew from that moment, this was something that I wanted to be involved in, right? And soon as when I was enrolled in the program, you know, I was shy, maybe everyone else was a little bit, you know, trying to feel out the room. But we all came together and we started working together, and it felt like now we became family, you know? So I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. Without making this too long, I want to say thank you for the opportunity, and I definitely learned a lot from the program. And guys like Dominic, who came with the enthusiasm and the jokes, and Jade as well, who was just there to push and make sure that we succeeded in the program. Simon and Isaiah, I just want to say thank you. And anyone else who I might have missed, I want to say thank you for the opportunity, and for you guys to continue doing stuff like this, because the youth out there need a program like this. Because I remember one time I actually spoke at a community center, and I was actually speaking about this program as well. And there's a lot of people who don't know about a program like this that exists. So I feel like we have to definitely shine more light on a program like this, because it could change a lot more lives. But that's all I'm going to say. All right? So thank you again.
Thank you, Dali. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm looking over. Santi, would you like to? Oh, Malachi! Come, Malachi. You're next.
I don't want to keep this. I want to keep this short. I just want to thank C, you know, Isaiah, Simon, Jade, anybody else that played a part. I feel like I really needed this program for where I was or where I am currently in life, and so I just feel like this program did a lot for me, and feel like I'm really gonna use the information I learned going forward, and thank you for the opportunity. And I just want to thank my mom for introducing me to this program, because I wouldn't have found it without her. And that's really it. Thank you.
Thank you, Malachi. Okay. How about Wycliffe?
So hi guys, my name is Wycliffe, but my friends and family call me YC. So I'm a first-time generation immigrant in Canada. I was born outside, and I came in when I was pretty mature. So I came in after my high school back at home. So the program that I got into the program because I'm passionate about inclusion, diversity, and everything. As Black youth, we don't get that opportunity. So at least, so getting the opportunity, I'm gonna help others, especially the immigrants. I've seen how many mistakes that we make when you come in. And so most of us, we come in, we find the freedom without the parents, without the guidance and support. You find yourself into other things. You go into the wrong side of the law and everything because you don't have anybody that is holding your hand. So that is one of the things that made me passionate about the program, to guide other immigrants that are coming in, because most of the time when you come in, you don't have that person to hold our hands. Then on top of that, when you come in, we usually forget where we come from. So back at home, at least supporting people, giving them financial literacy. And I do have a charity that I'm running back at home, helping out girls with menstrual health, providing pads and everything. Because once you get... Once you get to this land of opportunity, you need to share with the people that are not able to come here. So helping out, when you get like $3 for coffee, that $3 is gonna help someone back at home. So make your coffee back at home, send the $3 back to help a girl. So that was my motivation for the program, spread awareness, help more Black people get into the community, and become financially literate. That's one thing that we should be introducing in our schools for the young people. Thank you.
Thank you, Malcolm. And your little niece. Thanks for sharing. It was very powerful. All right. Josiah, you're next. Looking nice, Josiah.
Thank you. My name's Josiah, and I'm from Scarborough, Ontario. My background is I recently completed university of a bachelor's degree in business administration, and I really just came to thank you. And I really just came to see for like a sense of direction for a career path that I was looking for, honestly. And I do think C is a really good community, and like they provide really good programs for Black youth. And I think like it's a really good stepping stone for Black youth, and they should get involved with C to help pursue their career.
Thank you, Josiah. All right. Okay, Curtis.
So I'm a pretty superstitious person. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that. Oh, my name's Curtis, by the way. So I did have a hard time getting my power story together, just because I just feel like I'm still kind of writing it out as we go through this program. So I did want to take the time to say thank you to Jade, Isaiah, and Simon for the time they've dedicated to us, especially the patience on Jade's part. We are a pretty rowdy group, so thank you for that. Thank you to RFA for the meeting that we had in the office. Just got a chance to really open up our horizons, and Dominic as well for just getting the team pretty excited about some of the other possibilities within the mortgage industry. So, and most importantly, shout out to EMM. It's been a great 12 weeks. It went by really fast. like everyone else said, it definitely brought back some direction in my life. So really grateful. Thank you to everyone again, and looking forward to the future.
Thank you.
Okay, so as we are running a bit late, we're going to, I know, shocker, right? So we're going to take a quick pause in the Power Stories because we have a special guest who isn't always available to be here with us in every single graduation in person. She's always here virtually. But, you know, we have been graced with her presence today, so we definitely want to take the time to introduce our amazing leader, our executive director, Agapi Jesese, who's going to share a couple words. The boss herself, the main woman, the rose in pink, the only one, sensation, the African sensation, the queen, the one and only.
Thanks. Okay. Yeah, thanks. I put it in the little. Yeah, let me sit down. Not that, no, I'm being lazy. Okay. Welcome, everyone. And yeah, welcome. I want to thank you all for being here. And I really just want to speak to the graduates. I mean, C is obviously committed to workforce development, and we do that, I think, pretty well. And we really couldn't be able to do this work without partners like RFA. So I'm going to give a little bit of history of how this program even came about. RFA had reached out to us and wanted to make a donation. We ended up having a conversation. We don't want just anybody's money. Like, not all money's good money sometimes. And so we want long-term partners, right? So we want people who are in it, skin in the game. RFA had skin in the game. So we came up with this program together. I do not want any of you to take it lightly that you are working in mortgage, because there's a lot of people who look like us that have no clue where to go, what to do, how it works, and think that it's something that is just like home ownership is something that's just so intangible. And for many of us, like renting an apartment sometimes seems like it's hard for us to do, right? And so I, number one, want to say that C is forever going to be here for you as alumni, now that you have graduated. We would have been here prior to, but you all know Jade, Isaiah, Simon have tirelessly been able to deliver this for you. But once a part of C, always a part of C. And so I think you all need to know that you're trailblazing. There's only a few cohorts that have gone through this program, and we've tweaked it along the way. We've learned some lessons about like what works, what doesn't work. But I think that it's important for you guys to acknowledge that being able to be in this particular industry, wherever you land, number one, to the right, to the left of you, that's gonna be this is your social capital and your community. So when one of you ends up in an institution or one of you ends up becoming an entrepreneur, don't forget about each other, because you're gonna need each other, right? I started my career very similar in a situation like this, where I ended up going to a program as a young person at United Way, and I discovered, oh, I can make a living out of doing what I love. I'm gonna totally do that, right? And so it's programs like this that plant seeds and allow for them to grow and for you to be able. So those people who were in my cohort, 2010, right, are still people who I call on. And as we've grown in our careers, we have grown with each other, right? And so oftentimes we think about mentorship and we're always thinking like, oh, I wanna be talking to, you know, the CEO of RFA, which is very accessible to us, but like at the same time, you also need to think about how you're interacting with the people who work alongside you, because literally, I say this all the time, you guys might be our boss one day, right? So we better be mindful of how we treat you, because as time progresses, people end up in different places, and you don't know where your peers will end up, you don't know where you're gonna end up, but just remember this moment in time where you were trying to figure it out, and the people that you help try and figure it out, one day might end up helping you try and figure out what you wanna do at any given time, right? And so I just encourage you that we're always gonna be here to support you through the journey, but also to make sure that you're connecting with each other and, you know, following up. Now that the program's over, this doesn't end, right? Like now have your, she's so cute. Like, I'm not even mad at the interruption. She's super cute. So I say that to simply say, I wish you all the best, but this is not, like, this is the end of one chapter, and you're gonna now move into another one. My understanding is that they have some tests that they're gonna take the first week of December. And I will also say to you, okay, I don't test well. Okay, so I'm just preparing you guys now. Like, I'm not a good tester. I've written my LSATs like 3 times. No school would take me. So like, we all win and lose sometimes, right? So when you get to that place, depending on where you land, do not be discouraged, right? Like, there's often times where we have to do things that we don't love to get to where we want to end up being, right? Uncomfortable situations to be comfortable later. So I will just encourage you now and know that we're here to support you when you have to study hard, when you try and take a test and maybe you don't do as well as you thought you could. All of those things and all of the emotions that come with that, we're here to support you through that, and that it's very normal and it happens to the best of us. I'm a genius, you know what I mean? But like, I fail too, right? What? So just to keep that in mind, to prepare you on the journey ahead. But congratulations, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Cappy. Graced by excellence, our executive director of C. Okay, now let's continue with the power stories. Ooh. Let's go, Sam T.
Good morning. My name's Sam T. Sorry I have a mask on because I'm kind of sick today. Well, C to me is a family, it's an organization, if you guys can all hear me. It's a place where Black people feel free to express themselves and show who they are. I show gratitude to Jade, Isaiah, Simon, the co-founder, or executive, sorry, and to everybody else, also to Dominic too for teaching us the mortgage program. I came from an impoverished community, growing up in Regent Park, and seen a lot of things that would make you edge towards going the opposite way where we are today. I feel like growing up in a systematical minority or certain situations of wherever we grew up, things happen, but you should not let that stop you from being who you want to be. I came into C as an entrepreneur actually already. I do a property management program for myself, such as Airbnb and certain other stuff. When I came into this program, just to pretty much give myself financial literacy of figuring out other things to do in the same similarities. I feel like the mortgage program was amazing for me, and it still is amazing, and I'm hopefully gonna pass in the next month or so and see where it goes from there. Yeah, I feel like we're all here for one thing and one thing only, money, right? Everybody wants to make good money. Everybody wants to own homes, properties, right? And live a stable life with their family, their kids, and that's just my opinion, and I guess similar opinions. So yeah, I guess we're gonna cheer on for money, guys. Money, money, money.
Real. Yeah. Thank you, Sam T. Yeah, Gilbert.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, my name is Gilbert Kasu. What? Yeah, my name is Gilbert Kasu, born and raised in Kampala, Uganda. Yeah, this is my second program at the C. Yeah, my first program was Kitchen Masters, but I'm so passionate at accounting and finance, so that's why I came to the mortgage program. Yeah, so yeah, I don't have a power story. I didn't get one, but then, yeah, I just want to thank the C, Simon, Jed, and Isaiah. Jonathan, he's not here today. Dan, Dominic, yeah, we thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good job. How about you, Kavana? looking fab.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Cabana. I don't really have a crazy power story or anything like that either, but I am a mom of a young child, so when I first found out about C, I was really excited because I thought it was going to be a program that would help keep me on track and on schedule, and it also was going to be a program that would kind of help me with all the useful life skills that we got. And a program like this, I think, is great for also young parents and things like that, which is something that I feel like should be pushed more as well too, because along with Black youth, I'm sure there is a lot of young Black youth that also have children in this day and age. So a program like this gave me the opportunity to kind of get the program started, but also work on my own schedule and have help with our great program coordinators and leaders and everything like that. And on that note, I just want to say thank you to Jade, Simon, Isaiah, to the executive director, to all of our program sponsors and affiliates, because without you guys, we would be kind of having a hard time getting some things going on too. But other than that, I want to say thank you to everyone and to our fellow EMM.
Thank you, Savannah. And if you're a little bit confused, the cohort just to say the cohort named themselves EMM. If you'd like, of course. I'll give you the mic in a second. But EMM is what they came up with, which is extravagant mortgage members. Masters, sorry. They are mortgage masters. We keep messing that one up. All right, I'm gonna pass it off to Radhika.
Sorry, I like to stand, I like to walk. I can't sit for very long, it's just hard for me. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. I gotta be over here. Okay, all right. Oh, there's a camera, I didn't see that. All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Radhika. Thank you for coming out here to support myself and all of our wonderful members in the end and also the beginning of our journey from this point. So I don't know if I have much of a power story, but I'm a young Black professional. By background, I am a nurse, but I was recognizing a need in my community in financial literacy issues, and that being a huge barrier to people having proper housing. So when people don't have somewhere good to live, it's hard for them to keep track of their health and that to be a priority. So I found this program actually on Instagram. I've been following C for like many, many years, but I'm like, oh, well, I'm not sure if that's for me and all of that. And then one day I just decided to try, and I got interviewed with Jade and Isaiah, and it was a great experience. I think it's one of the best interviews I've ever experienced. And it was very welcoming, and I knew that this was the place that I wanted to be and to do getting that financial literacy piece. So I grew up in West End, Toronto. In my area, education isn't really a huge focus, but I pride myself on being kind of a nerd. And so my biggest thing ultimately, whether it's being in healthcare or finance, is being a resource to people. And my ultimate goal is to just learn as much as I can and spread as much information to help others get from point A to point B, and hopefully as far as possible. Being young, Black, and just of this community, it's hard to get to places. Namely, the one thing that I really appreciate about C is seeing so many people in so many different kinds of positions. We've got our program leaders, our executive directors, and they're a reflection of us, and providing a space where we can possibly see ourselves one day. And I think that's such an amazing thing that we have here at C. So thank you to all our program leaders, our sponsors, our supports, and thank you.
Great, thank you. Let's go, Daniel.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Daniel. I'm not sure what side to put this. Is it going to be here or here? My name is Daniel. I'm from Nigeria. Daniel Akinjese from Nigeria. I moved to Canada about 2 years ago. And in my first year in Canada, I had my fair share of uncertainty, worries, depression. I'd left like a job that was paying well in Nigeria, worked 5 years before moving. And when I got here, I was faced with unemployment and it was really tough for me. But I'm grateful because the second year gave me so many possibilities, promises, and future. And I'm really grateful for a community, a black community like this one. Some days ago, we were told to talk about our proudest moments. And I began to think about some of the things I've achieved in the last 2 years. Is it about buying my first apartment, or about graduating with my master's degree, or about taking a course that is totally different from what I'm used to, which is mortgage. I'm happy about the opportunity that I've been given to acquire a new skill, and I'm grateful for it. I'd like to say a very big thank you to the team that has put this together, the C team. I'm not going to mention names so that I don't, miss someone's name, but I'm grateful for the opportunity. Thank you so much for teaching us that there's possibility in teamwork. Thank you for teaching us that there is opportunity when we learn new things, and teaching us about possibilities in, coming together as a team. I'm grateful for that. I'd like to conclude my talk with a speech with an adage in my local parlance, which says that a boy would think his father's farm is the biggest until he sees other farms. And my explanation for this is my exposure with these young black folks has helped me realize that you're not just alone in terms of success. You have a lot of black folks who are achieving a lot of things, and you should be grateful for that. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, Daniel. Frederick.
First of all, I guess I would like to say my name is Frederick.
What?
So yeah, I'd like to thank everyone who has taken the time to be out here to support us. I'd like to congratulate everybody that's part of the cohort as well, and also say big thank you to C and all of the members who have made it as comfortable and welcoming as possible for us to get through this journey. You guys have done such a great job organizing all of the scrums. The whole program went through so well. We really appreciate everything that you guys have done, all the time you guys took, the extra work you guys put in, and it's just been amazing. It's been amazing. So if I wanted to go and talk about my power story, I pretty much, growing up, I grew up in the west end of Toronto. Like a lot of us, it's been very hard. I've actually been incarcerated, charged with different things that, wrongfully charged, I should say, and I had to spend numerous amounts of years in jail, years incarcerated, and after all of it, I was just acquitted with nothing to show for it, and pretty much just left out to the wolves. And I felt so welcomed by C, who's actually given me a place to be and a place to succeed, and giving me opportunities to receive education that I would otherwise not be able to achieve on my own. Like, you guys really helped me and put me in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to all the great opportunities that you guys have prepared for us. And thank you very much. Like, it's beyond words. Like, the way that everything turned out, it's just been a whole 360. I'm just happy to be here with you guys every day, because things could have been a lot different, and I appreciate everything. Thank you.
Yeah, let's look in the back. Gary.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Carrie, as you all just heard. I want to thank my team, because they're the truth. They're very encouraging. I want to thank the staff at C. They were amazing. Jade, Simon, Isaiah, and the staff that was behind the scenes of everything that got together for us. This is a great program. My Power Story is basically like everyone's. We've all been through adversity. You know, I believe what doesn't break you, make you. So I like to use whatever we've gone through to fuel your passions in life. And this helped me get a real good direction of where I want to go. I'm really interested in real estate, so this helped me to get my mind right and get more structure into my life. And the team also just helped me because I suffer with imposter syndrome. So it showed me that, you know what, like you can go in any door that you want to and any opportunities for you. It's all about your mindset. And the only obstacle that's holding you back is yourself. So thank you guys for that. Thank you to my team because we have lifelong relationships now. I know we're locked in for life. And to the top and beyond.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Carrie. All right, Todd, our last one.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Is it not too loud, too quiet? You can hear me? You're good. Okay. Power story, okay. So coming here to C, I guess I'll talk about where I heard about C first. It was a end of Emancipation Month event downtown. I heard Agape speaking for the first time, and a bunch of other C staff, and it instilled to me that this is an important group to be with, an important group to reconcile with. You guys have such an amazing thing going on here, so I said immediately, like, I gotta find a way to get in touch with these people. They're doing important work. So, yeah, I mean, this program has done a lot for me in terms of finding community. I've found a lot of peers that I can connect with in learning about mortgages. So having that connection between learning and going through education and having people on your side who look like you, who speak like you, and have come from different backgrounds. It's a new scenario for me. It's a new situation, and I think it's helped me grow so much. And I couldn't be more grateful for that. So, yeah, thank you, C. Thank you to my peers. You're amazing. You did so great this whole 12 weeks. But yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Todd. Okay. Amazing. With that being said, that concludes our member power stories. So I hope you continue to, carry the stories that you've created through the power story sessions, and continue working through with it. But I do want to thank each and every one of you for being vulnerable today. I know it's not an easy thing to do, but I'm very proud of you. So with that being said, I'm just going to pass things off to Isaiah for the next section.
Thank you. I'd like to remind everybody in the audience of how quiet they were in the beginning and how they walked out and how they are now. Just to show that, again, this group has a lot of passion. This group has a lot of enthusiasm. This is a group that's been a pleasure to work with and to set up the cohort for, and we love the bonds that you've been able to form within yourselves. So I think we've heard from Agape, but there's still one more important boss in the room who we need to hear from. Of course, we have the one and only programs manager, Biliana Sidade, who's going to say some lovely words on behalf of the programs department.
Thank you. Congratulations, graduates. As I was hearing your power stories, I had to go into the dictionary because I had one word in mind, but then another word came up just hearing all of you speak about your experiences and all the things that you've been through. And that word is diligent. And I'm going to read the definition for you so you can all hear it and understand why I think this word is so fitting for all of you. Diligent means constant in effort to accomplish something, attentive and persistent in doing something, done or pursued with persevering attention. And hearing all of you speak about the things that you've been through and all the things that you are eager to accomplish makes you a diligent person. And I'm so proud of every single one of you because we started with 20 and 15 of you are graduating. It's not easy. It shows that you persisted through, and I'm sure all of you are dealing with different things, but you persisted through and you made it to the end, and I'm very proud of that. I also want to thank every single one of you for being here. I see some of our alumni and graduates from past years. Dominic, who we've been working on for the past few years as well. RFA, who I know is not here. United Way, who is our sponsor. I just want to thank every single one of you, because without you, the program would not be possible. And this is the reason why we do it. So we can do as much planning and, you know, make everything pretty, but if we don't have applicants like you, it's all pointless. So I want to thank you for applying, and I want to thank you for staying diligent, and I'm really excited to see where this is going to lead every single one of you. So congratulations again.
Thank you, Biliana. Thank you. And as Biliana mentioned, there's a whole bunch of partners that we have behind the scenes that help to make this possible. So, of course, Trisha from RFA was here. I don't know if she just stepped out just to take a phone call, but a huge thank you for Trisha and the folks down at United Way, just for the type of support and investment that they really put into this program. It's more than just signing a check and putting money down. It's the actual investment into the members' actual professional journeys, intentionally crafting the information sessions, the exposure trips, to make sure that they get the most out of it and get the opportunity to speak to the CEO. And just that exposure trip where we got to meet, reconnect with the alumni, now currently working at RFA. We had that's a celebration in itself. We had an amazing time just connecting with all the staff that were there. And I think those connections are gonna be lifelong. And so a huge thank you to the program partners, RFA, United Way, and also Capital One for their support of this program. So with that, I'm gonna pass it over to Jade for the next section.
Thank you. Okay, so as you know, like I would teach the soft skills of the sessions, the C essentials, but we couldn't have done it without Jonathan and Dominic. Jonathan could not be here today, but he wishes you well wishes on your journey. So Jonathan and Dominic both are technical facilitators for the session. So Dominic has the second half and is working through with them in completing their certification and just making sure that they have everything that they need. One thing I do want to say to both is we really appreciate the time and the opportunity that you have allowed and sacrificed for the members to making sure that they are on track. So for that, I just want to say thank you. And would you like to say a congratulatory message to our members? Awesome. Thank you, Dominic.
Congratulations. It's actually an amazing honor to be here and celebrate this accomplishment with you guys. You've worked really hard. You know, I can see that there's an incredible community that you guys have built, and I thank the group here, Isaiah, everybody, Simon, Jade, and all the rest of the staff for kind of creating an environment where you guys can all be comfortable, be yourselves, understand that, you know, you guys have a lot to, you bring a lot to the table, right? Any space that you operate in, you deserve to be there, and I honestly feel like C does an incredible job of helping you guys understand that. So yeah, I mean, I think you guys have everything that you're gonna need to actually make incredible steps towards whatever your future holds. The important thing that I want to say today is, like, you guys make sure that you enjoy this experience and celebrate it, because just my interaction with you guys are all incredible. You're all very successful. You're all very smart. So you're gonna have a lot of these successes in your path, but you're not gonna have the opportunity to celebrate them often. So enjoy this, right? Because, you know, as you get further along in your career, it's like, you know, you score a touchdown and you got to get back in the game, right? So take your time, enjoy today, and celebrate each other.
Thank you. Okay, great, amazing. So, thank you so much. So with that being said, we are going to move on to a very special section. So in this next section, our team has chosen someone who is outstanding. So as kind of already mentioned, me and Isaiah would sit in interviews with each and every one of you. So the growth for the past couple of weeks has been something truly amazing to watch. There's one person in particular who has blown us away by their work ethic, dedication, taking up space, and leadership. Sometimes when there was homework assignments, this person really blew us out of the water, even with a presentation. And it blew us out of the water because they were one of the people that were rolling in takes for the session. And they really contributed to the success of the program while making sure that everyone was okay, not only the members, but also the staff as well. For the members, this person, made sure that each and every person felt supported, especially when the technical sessions came around. Things were getting a little harder as the weeks went by. This person made sure that even they had study sessions and communicating with the members and demonstrating how they navigate this through an accessible platform. For the staff, just making sure me and Simon are good in session, and sometimes we'd have to come here in the morning. This person would come early and just help us with the setup, and it's the light that this person truly brings that we are very proud of them. And I would like to congratulate and introduce EMM's valedictorian, Tadiwa McGrath.
Thank you for those words, because you're gonna make me cry. Like, I appreciate the kind words. Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see everyone here looking so fine, so spiffy, coming up as your best selves. We've seen it in the past during photo days, so I've had no doubt on that. My name is Tadiwa, a young black professional driven by a passion for problem solving and all things creative. I thrive in environments where I can apply my technical and analytical skills to build things and solve problems. I got to start this off by congratulating the stars of the day, my fellow mortgage exploration graduates, the EMM crew. For those who don't know, the EMM crew stands for Extravagant Mortgage Masters. And I have a note here that says I wouldn't have voted for that. It kind of sounds like a traveling group of mortgage magicians, a little corny, but I wasn't here for voting, so I can't say too much. I slept on it, and truly I can see kind of the relevance between the journey of this program and those three words, extravagance, mortgage, and mastery. So I'm gonna frame what I say right now in those couple minutes by those three words. By reflecting on the things I find extravagant about this group, by highlighting the experiences we've shared through the mortgage program, and lastly, what I think mastery might mean in this context. When I think about the word extravagant, I think about grandiose items, I think about maximalism, abundance, richness, generosity. However, when thinking about the EMM crew, I want to highlight energy, enthusiasm, and excitement. Personally, I've never met a class that can be heard from the other side of the building. Dear graduates, not only are you guys extravagant in volume, but you are extravagant in passion and talent and potential. These couple weeks I've had the pleasure of learning along those who bring a variety of talents to the industry, including artistic creativity, athleticism, community leadership, business mindsets. Sorry, I have a meme in here just to keep me like floating good. I believe I believe that all of those talents and skills and the blend of background is what manifested in some of the most interesting and insightful discussions, relevant questions about the context of our education, and last but not least, supporting and propping each other up. I can say with confidence that these things made for the most unique and unforgettable learning experiences. Moving on and speaking directly to the second word, mortgage, I'm going to take this moment to bring us back to some of the fun times that we shared over the course of the program. Only briefly touching on the mortgage topic, all my peers and I still have a month of studying left, so I'm not going to go into that. I'll spare your ears. I think I speak for my peers and facilitators when I say it feels like we blinked and now we are graduating. In the short time, we have infiltrated the LinkedIn and RFA offices, getting to hear some pretty unique stories, as well as making some great connections with some really cool professionals. We've come dressed to kill during professional headshot days while partaking in the most intense game of Jenga I've ever seen. We discussed what type of fruit we would be in the scrum question. Shout out to Simon for that one. It had nothing to do with mortgage, but it kept us on our feet, so I'm grateful for that. We walked our personal home buyer avatars through the process of applying for a mortgage, which for me was my first experience with the people-centered side of the mortgage world. And I'm going to go on a limb and quote Kanye with this one, not the 2024 Kanye, the 2005 one, the old Kanye. After accepting his Grammy for Best Rap Album of the Year, shout out to College Dropout, he said, if you get the opportunity to play this game of life, you need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate their moment until it's past. So with that, shout out to all of our moments past and present. Moving on to the final point, mastery, I'm going to take a moment to give flowers to our facilitators, Jade, Simon, and Isaiah, who effortlessly and patiently, from our program-specific sessions in the morning to afternoon C essentials, ensuring we received support while creating a safe space for all of us to be a bit vulnerable and to highlight our personal strengths and what that might look like in the professional world. Y'all led by example, and I hope I speak for my peers when I say that in and of itself is a form of mastery. Let me breathe here, hold on. Other honorable mentions include Jonathan, Michelle, Trish, Tamara, Remy, Adonias, Dominic, Lolita, and Kezia. Your support and guidance were invaluable as we navigate this complex world of mortgages. The experience was a crucial stepping stone. And I'd like to say that, truthfully, the professional world is the best classroom. I want to end this with a message that resonated with me recently, and isn't that far off from the definition of mastery. This quote is short and simple, yet impactful, a lot like this program, and it goes like this. Perfectionism is in the practice. Gilbert and I had a conversation yesterday about motivation and drive, and he mentioned how he stays hungry for it. That kind of stuck with me. So if anything today, I encourage everyone to, inside and outside of the mortgage industry, continue to show up in whatever way you can, continue to take advantage of your environments, and never forget that each day that you do this, you not only set the example for Black excellence, but you push the norm for what is standard in our community. I'm truly looking forward to what the future brings. Thank you.
Thank you, Tad. Thank you, Tad. Okay, so we have reached that part of the ceremony. It is, yep, I know. No, it's a celebration. Exactly. It's the part where the members start to receive their certificates. And so with that, I will be calling up the members one by one to collect the certificate with Jade, and then you can scan and take a picture with Simon on the other side. So with that, Sharik, you know what to do, and let's get started. First off, we have the wonderful, the extravagant Daniel Akinjise. Let's go. Thank you. Congratulations, Daniel. Next up, we have the one and only Malachi Bruno. Yes, Malachi, yes. Next up, we have Radhika Clark. Yeah, forget it.
Sorry.
Next up, we have Nellie James. Now, for those of you who don't know, Nelly is also an author, and his book is actually on the front, on the bookshelf in the reception area. It's called A Change Is Coming. Yep. Shout out to Nelly. Unfortunately, SJ couldn't be here with us today. But next up, we have Gilbert Kasule. Next, we have Frederick Leon. And you know who's next? We have up Curtis London. Yes, Curtis. Next, we have Tadiwa McGrath. And next up, we have Sam T. Mohammed. Next up, we have Josiah McLegan. Yes. Yep, rocking a fresh cut. Josiah, ready to take over the mortgage world. Next up, we have Wycliffe Asoyama, aka YC. Yes, Godfather. Next up, we have Kavana Owens. Next up, we have Kerry. Kerry Lisa Pasuan. That's right. Right on time. And last but certainly not least, we have Ezekiel Tully. Another round of applause for all of our graduates today. They've done so well, they look so good. You want to throw your hats up now? Save that for the last. That's last. That's last. That's last. That's last. So next, if the slide wants to move. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it looks like, okay. So technical difficulties, but you know, we can, yeah. We can just stare at Ezekiel. But next up, I'll pass it over to Simon to share a couple words on behalf of the program delivery team.
So these words from myself, Jade, and Isaiah. So I'm going to read. First and foremost is to thank all of you for being here today to celebrate this special moment. It's truly a pleasure to be with you as we mark this big achievement. Congrats to each and every one of you for your hard work and dedication to get into this point. Looking back at our time together, it's amazing to see how far you've come. At the start, many of you didn't know exactly what the journey would look like. But today, you stand here with clear goals, strong identities, and a real sense of purpose. I've seen your kindness, the way you support each other, and your determination to push through any challenge. You've come together as a group, and that's something to be proud of. This is not the end, but a brand new beginning. As you step into your careers, know that we are all here cheering you on. Take everything you've learned from C, from your exposure trips, and from all the conversations and networking events. This is just the start of an exciting journey, and we can't wait to see where it takes you. A few months ago, many of you were a bit quieter, unsure of what to expect, but look at you now, confident, stronger, and ready for the next step. You've learned so much over the past 78 days, 17 in-person sessions, 32 C essential sessions, 18 technical sessions, and 2 exposure trips. And now you are ready to take everything you've learned and put it into action. As you move forward, remember to wear the C Mortgage badge with pride. You've worked hard for it, and you're now part of a strong, supportive network. Keep striving to be best professionals you can be, and know that the future is in your hands. The ball is in your court. So go out and make a mark. Once again, congrats to all of you. I'm so excited to see you, to see what you'll do next. Best of luck as you continue to grow and succeed. EMM strong. Yay. All right, so I'm going to call Jade.
Yeah, so we're actually coming down to the end. So at this time, we have an open mic. So if there's anyone in the audience that we didn't, call on for them, if they have anything that they would like to say, maybe a couple words of encouragement. Thanks, Sharik, with the mic. All right, thank you.
Well, hello, y'all. For those who don't know, I was part of the previous cohort, and I just wanted to say a huge congratulations to all of you. Y'all did that. A big portion of my cohort was related to God and obedience. A lot of us believed in God. A lot of us thought it was God ordained that we were together. And I do want to speak on that for a moment. A quote that I live by right now in this season is, procrastination is costly and disobedience is expensive. And I wanted to share that what you guys are choosing to do means that you guys were obedient to something that you were asked or felt compelled to do, and you followed through. Y'all did that. Regardless if you procrastinated, you got it done, you made it to the finish line, and the people who you're sitting beside are really your network. Those are the people that have got to know you in an intimate way and have allowed you to have a safe space. I still talk to a lot of my cohort members, and so I can't wait to see what y'all do. You guys have an ally in me for life, and I look forward to seeing where you guys go. Congratulations.
All right, is there anyone else that would like to say a couple of words? Welcome, Michelle. So right now we're just actually doing the open mic. So if there's something that you would like to say, Michelle. No? Of course. No problem. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for the invitation to come here today, and I do apologize for my tardiness. I was at a real estate event, and of course, gathering more knowledge for all of you about what's going on in the industry that you're soon going to be embarking on. These are exciting times, not just your graduation, but the world, as you know, has been changing a lot. And at this particular point, it's changing in your favor, so this is great. This is awesome. I'm very excited to be a part of your journey at this point. Most of you know when I started in many of the industries that I've been involved in, especially being a woman of color, the reoccurring theme of being left out in the ocean to see whether or not I can swim back to shore was a reoccurring theme, and unfortunately for many people, they did not make it. I did. I'm very determined. Thank you. And along your journey, you will have people who come into your life for a reason and for a season, truly. If they leave, allow them to go. It just means you're supposed to move on to something else, right? Okay. So just take all the opportunities, regardless of the packaging they come in. At my time coming up in business, most of my opportunities did not come from people who looked like me. They weren't my gender, they weren't my cultural background, but people had the opportunity to advance me, to move me forward. And I never said no because they didn't look like me. I said, I might not get another opportunity, I better take it. And so when I reflect back and I think about all the great things that happened, all the horrible things that have happened, I am reassured that everything happened for a reason, that I've learned, I've stretched, I've grown. Many of the people that I've just left right now at a mortgage conference with a lot of realtors there, they're just amazed at the things that I've accomplished. I don't tell everyone everything. Oh, yes, speaking of which, someone has infiltrated one of my other lives in here. So I also am involved in construction, and I'm in a construction course currently, and one of your colleagues is in that course. So they got to see a bit more about my life than most. And that is actually a testament to how round you need to be in business. It's not just about this career. Please don't think, and I thought the same thing. The first time I graduated, I thought, that's it, I'm done. I never have to study again. I never have to go to another institution. It's over. Thank you, Lord, because I barely even passed. I barely made it. You can't. That is not the world you're in right now. It was not even the world that I was in. You have to constantly find new things to make yourself more valuable. Not just doing things just to do them, but make yourself definitely valuable to the people that you serve, to the people who will take you under their wing. Because people, this whole concept of mentorship, when I was coming up, there was no such word. Well, there was a word, but nobody used it. It was never a thing that we talked about on an often reoccurring theme. People just looked at you to say, okay, you have energy, you can lighten my load, so therefore I'm gonna help you. And that was the culture of the time. Now people are in it for themselves, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic. It's just because when people are under pressure, they need to focus on themselves. So they rarely have time to build you up, to encourage you, to be with you, to give you opportunities. So when someone does do that for you, please respect it, because they don't have to. They could just take care of themselves, get where they're going on their own. They don't need you unless you make yourself valuable. So thank you for the opportunity to walk in and say a little something, something, and I will go to the back of the room now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. I know, many gems, many gems. All right, is there anyone else that would like to say a couple of words? No? We all shy? We hungry? Okay. All right, so now I'll just pass it off to you, Simon, for the next section.
All right, so mine is for the closing remarks. I want to thank you, EMM. You're my first cohort like here at sea. I just started with you. And I'm so lucky to have like a group like you, so vibrant, so like motivating. And I'm so happy to see you graduate. It's also like an achievement to me as like as my first group. So congrats and keep on going, keep on moving. As I told you, I wish I had this chance when I was new to Canada. I never knew about like such a program which is so good and so enriching to young black youths. You guys are lucky, and I wish you all the best. And C is always, as I've told you, C is always open for you even after the program. You can still come here. There are services that are available for you. We've talked about these. So thank you so much, and congrats. Keep shining. Keep bettering your best. Like, there's no stopping. And remember, like, if you can't do like a great thing, do small thing like in a great way. So I'm so moved to see you graduate today, and keep on rising, keep on shining. Thank you so much. All right. So I think at this juncture we're going to have a group photo, and then afterwards we are going to head over for lunch and a mixer. Are you excited? All right. So, yeah, we're going to have a group photo right now. Of course, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
And a big thank you to all the guests who came out to support the graduates. Thank you all for showing your support for them today. All right. Yeah.
My name, you just spelled it wrong. You did it?
What's
All
missing?
Right, you just spent a lot of time on this. Fred
E. Okay. We'll get that fixed. We'll get that fixed. We'll fix that for you. Before you leave today, we'll get you. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, no problem.
We can, over there?
Yeah.
Sorry? Liliana, you can take. Oh, I can take it. Oh, please and thank you.